Hello, I'm Robert Killen, Director of the Lane Small Business Development Center, and this is a Lane Business Update for Thursday, February 11th. I just received a question from a friend of mine who got this email, purportedly from the SBA, about the Targeted EIDL Advance Program and asking me if it was legitimate. Indeed, it is. So I'd like to share with you this email in case you happen to be looking for it or you know a business that is expecting this or hoping to get it, and so that you'll know what to look for. So this is what it looks like. It has the SBA logo at the top. And of course, it is an invitation to submit COVID-19 targeted EIDL advance application with a 10-digit application number and hopefully the right name at the top of it. If you don't have the right name or anything looks fishy, do be wary, but chances are, if it looks right, it is right. So here in the first paragraph, they describe basically what this program is. And if you remember, back in April, May, June, there was the EIDL program, the loan program, and when you applied, you checked a box and asking if you wanted to be given an advance. They gave you an advance based on your employee count, $1,000 per employee up to a maximum of 10. What they're doing with this program is if you got less than $10,000 and you meet certain criteria, they are offering you the rest of that $10,000 advance, which is just a grant. So it's an excellent opportunity if you qualify. And the qualifications are also listed here. And thankfully, congratulations, if you've received this, you've already qualified. You've already met 2 of the qualifications. You just have 1 more to go. So the top qualification here is that you're located in a low-income community, and they tell you that they're going to determine based on your business address whether you are. Well, frankly, if they've sent the email, I can't believe that they haven't already done that. That would be one of the filters they would have gone through. So my guess is if you received an email, your business hasn't moved since last spring, then you likely are already qualified for that. And then at the bottom here, it says you must have 300 or fewer employees. That they could obviously tell from the previous application. The one thing that you do have to prove still is that you suffered an economic loss greater than 30% because of COVID. The way they are defining that, and 30% economic loss, is entirely focused on revenue. They want to see that in 2020, over an 8-week period, and frankly, they're not going to use 8 weeks, they're going to use 2 months, but in a 2-month period, they're going to need to be able to see that you had 30% less revenue in any given 2-month period in 2020 when comparing it to 2019. And that's going to require that you create a report that shows them that. You're going to need to create some type of revenue report, and if you have standard financial statements, you can do month by month P&L, profit and loss, or income statement. And if you do that, they can add up those 2-month periods so they can check, say, April and May of 2020, they're going to look at the total revenues, and then they're going to compare that to the total revenues in 2019, and they're going to ask, is 2020 30% less than 2019? If yes, then you're qualified. If no, then they're going to check May and June and do the same thing. They're going to want to see that 30% reduction in 2020. If you run the report yourself and you're nowhere close, then chances are you're not going to qualify. But hopefully you will be able to find that type of difference, and then you can submit your application. So if we go farther down here, they do recommend that you have a copy of your 2019 tax return. So hopefully you've already filled that out, because they are going to use that to validate things. And they will ask you to sign an IRS Form 4506T, which allows them to get a tax transcript directly from the IRS verifying all of that information. Then they go through quite a bit of effort here to ensure that you are very careful with how you submit your bank information, because was the greatest challenge getting money the first time around, was that applicants didn't didn't submit their banking account information accurately, and it created huge problems for everyone. So be very careful. Follow the instructions to the letter. And then down at the very bottom, you will find the targeted advanced application link. Click on that and it will take you to the SBA's website, and there will be an application online that you can fill out there. Hopefully, if you're looking at an email like this, you are just a few steps away from receiving the balance of that $10,000 that was made available back in the spring. Hopefully, you will see that in your own bank account in, say, a month. They do say after they've received all of the application pieces, meaning you've got all of the information to them, they're hoping to be able to get checks out, disperse those funds in 21 days or 3 weeks. So hopefully they can stick to that. If you have any questions about any of this, put it in the chat below. I'm happy to engage in conversation about it. And until next time, good luck and cheers.